out there, fellow drummers. How are you today? Nick DiVirgilio here to talk to you about a couple of different things. The biggest thing I want to talk to you about today is volume. You know, drums are loud. Drums make a lot of noise, just the nature of the beast. And we also, as drummers, need to practice. We need to improve and hone our skills and work on our chops and our grooves and stuff like that. And we do have practice pads we can play on. We do have other things we can hit, but it's not the same as actually being on your drum kit and doing your practicing there at your instrument. There are a couple of products I'd like to talk to you about today that help in your practice. Will help the volume come down and just make it so you could do your thing on your kit rather than have to play and practice on something different. Those two products are these things right here. First thing I want to talk to you about is this Remo Silent Stroke Drumhead. It's a mesh drum head. It brings the volume down on your drums about 70%. It really, really does the job well. Remo makes all of the drum heads for Roland's electronic drum kits, so if you ever played on one of those, you kind of know what it feels like, and you'll get that similar kind of feel when you put it on the drum. It's still got great rebound, and tone. You actually get tone out of the drum as well, but it just makes it so you can actually practice on your real drum kit. Very cool thing. The next thing I want to talk to you about is this Zildjian Gen16 Buffed Bronze cymbal. As you can see, there's a ton of holes in the cymbal. They're perforated, and these also bring the volume down to almost 70% as well. Probably 50 to 70%, just a lot quieter. So you actually play on cymbals and drums, same feel, same, you get the sound of the attack of the stick hitting the cymbal and the drum. Be able to practice your chops and your grooves and your stuff just like you would if you were playing at full volume. It's a great, great thing. One thing I do want to tell you about these Gen 16 cymbals is that they're also electronic cymbals. They make pickups that mount on your cymbal stand at the bottom, right at the bell of the cymbal. And you can buy these with or without the pickups. So you can use the cymbals with an electronic drum kit. They're great. They look like cymbals. They kind of sound and feel like cymbals, but you can get electronic sounds out of them. You get a brain and everything. And that'll all show on a separate video. But for this video right here, we're talking about practicing at a quiet volume. These are great for that kind of thing, all right? Let me hook all this stuff up, get it all attached to the drum kit, put the heads on, the cymbals on, and show you how quiet you can actually play on a real drum kit. All right, I've changed all the drum heads, kick drum included, put on the Zildjian Gen16 Buffed Bronze perforated cymbals, and let me show you how much less volume there is when I play these drums. I mean, it's a lot less volume. Not just a little bit, a ton less. You could play these in an apartment, really, and probably wouldn't bother anybody. Me, growing up as a kid, my next-door neighbors would have loved if I had these silent stroke heads and these cymbals instead of just the normal drums that I had bombastically playing in that room every day for years on end. So I know what it's like, and I know how loud drums can be, and these are a great invention for the drummer to practice and be able to play on his kit or her kit without having to, sacrifice feel. And you do even get some tone. So there is tone here on the floor toms, on the toms and the kick drum. And you even get a little bit of snap from the snare wires on the snare drum as well. Snare wires off. So you actually do get the feel of a real snare drum. With the cymbals, they're really quiet. Hitting this crash cymbal pretty hard is just as loud as it gets. Really, really quiet. And the cymbals feel pretty darn good with the tip of the stick. the bell included. So you can work on your jazz ride cymbal. One thing I like about these cymbals and practicing on them is that you can kind of hear everything. So if you're getting a little bit lazy with your stroke and you're kind of not picking up the stick right or doing something kind of like that, you'll hear everything. So you can kind of get real specific with your practice and what you're trying to achieve. On the drums themselves, you get really good rebound in the hands, so you can practice your strokes all the way around the kit. Just a really, really cool invention and something to really help out us drummers achieve what we want to achieve and get to our full potential as players. It's really, really cool, and I'm glad they invented these things. All right, everybody, if you need any more information about the Zildjian Gen16 Buffed Bronze perforated cymbals or the Remo Silent Stroke Drumheads, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer.